So Himavat, anybody who follows their passion into business benefits from more training in what they do, and in your case, you recently traveled to India. How does that affect your clients? What kind of training have you received?
What I have gotten from my time in India that helps my clients is a deepening of my capacity to work with all of who they are. When someone comes in the door, they have symptoms, and typically they're physical symptoms: low back pain, stiff neck, even infections of different kinds, systematic infections. And so I start with working at the physical level, which has to do with helping the immune system to do what it wants to do. Typically the liver is a little bit backed up and might be constricted, and there is a reflex area on the bottom of the feet that has specifically to do with the liver, and I can help the liver to become stronger. I can tonify that. And more importantly, what I get from India is an understanding of how, not just how we are in terms of symptoms, but what contributes to those symptoms. The mind is a piece of that, and the soul is a piece of that. And that's partly how consciousness is working through us. And always, at the level of the symptoms, there's some relation to the rest of who we are as conscious beings. And so when I go to India, my understanding of how that all works together is always deepened. And the soul is a really interesting sort of word, because you put 20 people in a room and you're going to get 20 different understandings of what that word means. And yet, in my work, you bring that in the door, and that's fine, because I'm not working with a belief system. I'm working with very practical tools. And there is a practical model that I use that is able to help you to heal from whatever your condition is, whatever your symptoms are, from the inside out, because that's how the healing happens. I mean, we've all heard of the miracle cures that people get, and doctors say, I don't have any understanding of it, but this person had cancer and now they don't, and there's no, quote, real reason for it. All that is the healing intelligence being able to move, and somehow people being able to be out of the way of that healing intelligence moving. And part of that has to do with what I like to call, and what my teacher does call, soul capacity, which can be strengthened. I simply ask people, what do you want? Maybe it's just incorporating the reflexology into the rest of the work that you're doing, or maybe there are other choices that you want to sort through. But it's all about what you want and what's working, and how I can help you to get more of what you want. Relief from the symptoms, really, and the causes.